Sometimes you just have to make the best of soggy trails. At South Shore Family Adventures, we're on a mission to share our favorite hiking trails and outdoor adventures so you can get outside, get some fresh air, and have fun with your kids without the screens and technology. Hey everybody, welcome back. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you never miss an adventure. Today we're hiking in the Great River Preserve in Bridgewater, Massachusetts, and the weather is absolutely fantastic for the first or second day of spring. Great River Preserve is located at the end of Auburn Street in Bridgewater. We found it easily in our GPS and on Google Maps. This 125-acre conservation land is operated by Wildlands Trust and is part of the 410-acre Taunton River Wildlife Management Area. You can find a link to the trail map in the description below. We should note that hunting is permitted on this land, so you should stay on marked trails and wear bright-colored clothing during hunting season. You can check the mass.gov link in the description below for more information about hunting season. There's a small lot with room for about 8 to 10 cars at the end of Auburn Street. If the lot is full, there's adequate parking along the southwest side of the street, but make sure you don't park past this sign. This place seems fairly popular, and both the lot and street were fairly full when we arrived and when we were leaving. For this reason, we give this trail a 4 for parking. The first part of this trail is an unused portion of Auburn Street, so it's paved. You can definitely take a stroller or wheelchair on this part of the trail, but it's not very long. If you follow the paved trail at the beginning, all the way to the end, you'll come to this scenic lookout, which looks over the Taunton River. Would be a great spot to go fishing. You can tell this used to actually be a bridge. At this kiosk, you can bear right onto the trail that surrounds the open field. We're following the red dot trail on the map. You can easily see where the grass is mowed to make the trail. The first part of this trail makes a loop around this open field, and then it heads into the woods a little bit later. Today, because it's the first day of spring, some of the trail's a little bit on the muddy side because it's a little squishy where you walk, but overall, it's flat for this part, and you're walking along some flattened down grass right along the edge of the field. We actually ran into several wet, muddy spots where we had to creatively step around them, which is too bad because this part of the trail would normally be stroller friendly, even with a regular stroller. However, on a day like today, or after some heavy rains, we definitely wouldn't recommend it. At one point, we came to a part of the trail that was so wet we couldn't pass, so we had to detour along one of the black connector trails and then backtrack to get back on the red dot trail. This was kind of a bummer, but these things happen, so you have to make the most of it and be flexible. This is definitely something to keep in mind though. You may want to avoid parts of this trail if you visit right after some rain or in the first few warm days of spring. Once we were in the woods, the trail was really nice, and definitely jogging stroller friendly, but probably not regular stroller friendly. However, this part of the trail was dry, and by far the best part.
That's a mini waterfall. Oh, yeah. Well, right now.
All right, James, what's your favorite part?
I didn't have a favorite part.
Sebastian, what about you?
I didn't have a favorite part.
So if you have smaller kids or just starting out hiking with your family, this is a great way to introduce them to the outdoors. However, for our older kids, there really wasn't too much to hold their interest. So for this reason, we give it a 2 for interest level. Hey guys, what did the paper say to the pencil?
What? What?
You've got a good point. So this trail is a simple 2.5-mile loop trail. However, we ran into a couple of issues this time around with muddy spots blocking parts of the trail, which made us have to double back and then find new ways to access the trail. So it was a little bit confusing trying to find our way around here. But overall, the trail that's through the woods anyway is marked with red trailblazes and Wildlife Trust conservation signs. So for this reason, we give it a 4 generally for navigation.
Overall, this trail is pretty flat, and it doesn't have much sticking out of it that you have to watch for. However, it's not paved, so we give it a 4. Part of this trail are long, wide open fields, which in the summer can be really hot.
Remember, the Pint Score ratings reflect our opinions, experiences, and abilities, as well as the trail conditions for the day we visited. You should always use your own judgment about what level of physical activity is appropriate for you and your family. Weather and other factors may affect trail conditions, which can change at any time, so your experience may be different than ours. The best thing about Great River Preserve is that it's easy. The trails are flat, wide, and pretty much accessible with a jogging stroller. The red dot trail that's marked on the trail map is half open field and half wooded terrain, and the wooded terrain provides amazing views of the Taunton River. Before we go on to our next adventure, take a moment to like this video, share it with someone else you think might like it, and subscribe to our channel so you never miss an adventure. We're on a mission to share the best hiking trails and things to do with kids on the South Shore. If you have a suggestion for where we should go next, leave us a comment below. Now here's another great video.